Welcome to workout number 4. Now, in this workout, we're going to be in what's called quadruped. So you're going to be on your hands and knees. We're also going to be exploring our forearms. So if you have troubled wrists and they kind of hurt, I encourage you to do all of the exercises on your forearms, and I will demonstrate those. I also, though, highly recommend that you guys get onto your hands and get those wrists going. Okay, so the first exercise, this is one of our favorite exercises from quadruped, is I'm going to suck, tuck, and squeeze. All right, this exercise is called bird dog. Okay, so for bird dog, I'm going to kick my left leg out straight behind me. Now, a lot of times people bring this leg up and they twist it out. Do not do that. You need to actively drive your left hip toward the floor, bring your foot high, and lock your knee out. One more time. I'm going to drive my hip towards the floor, lock my knee out, lifting my foot. Now, do not, if my left foot's in the air, don't try to do your left arm, right? That's not going to work. I'm going to instead slide my right arm forward and up. Now I'm going to hold. This is an isometric. I'm engaging my core. I'm lifting my foot, and my arm is straight forward. You look like a pointer dog. Pointer dog. Now this back foot, I encourage you to pull your toe in, right? Flex. You can point, but I like to prefer in. Okay, coming back down. That's a hold. So you're going to hold it. As you notice, we all hold it, okay? Let's do the right leg. So my right leg, I'm going to kick out, right? I'm actively driving my right hip towards the floor. I'm lifting my leg, right? Lifting my foot, squeezing my core. Locking my knee out. Okay, now from here, I'm going to slide my left arm forward. I'm going to hold it. Okay, engage your core, relaxing your neck. Right, hold. Okay, and recover. Good. Okay, now we're going to come down onto our forearms. So I'm going to teach you a position. This is actually a setup. This is called turtle, okay, like a turtle. Now, what I'm going to do from turtle is I'm going to army crawl forward, right? Now, notice, what are my hips doing? They're really high, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my knees back a quarter of an inch. I'm going to suck, tuck, and squeeze my hips into this position. I'm going to lift my rib cage, okay, for what is called plank. Everyone starts plank on your knees, no matter who you are, okay? So, what I'm doing in plank, not a whole lot, right? But I am tucking my hips, right? So my back is flat, and I'm lifting my rib cage. Okay, a lot of times you see plank like this, not going to cut it, okay? Driving my hips, lifting the rib cage. Don't be in a rush to lift your knees up, okay? Because a lot of people, when they lift their knees up, lower back pain, right? Do not do that. Keep your tuck. Lift your ribs, okay? If it hurts your elbows, try to put pressure on your wrist, like you have your watches on. You're crushing the watches, okay? Now, I like to do for setup here is to go down, go all the way down to your stomach, okay? Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. This is called a cobra push-up. I'm going to lift my chest, straighten my arms out, come back into quadruped, okay? Now, the next one, the infamous push-up plank, okay? So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to be in quadruped. I want you to take your left leg, I want you to stick it out behind you. Now, you want to be on your toes, okay? Not like literally on your toes, on the ball of your feet, okay? So once I'm like this, what I want to do is I want to drive my hips forward, okay? This is like a setup. Drive my hips forward, lift my rib cage. That's going to set me up in a great position to do what? Kick my right leg out, do it with me, and hold, okay? So, biggest mistake, hips high, right? Getting your hips high takes pressures off your core and your arms. Nah, that's not what we want, okay? So I'm here, driving my hips just like a plank, suck, tuck, and squeeze, lifting the rib cage, okay? And I'm going to hold. Okay, like I said, if you feel it on your wrist, go ahead, you can drop down into plank, and that's called a plank up down. That's very hard. That's not even in the series. Okay, we're going to hold here, lifting the ribs. Good, push-up plank. Bring the knees down. Let's hit a quick child's pose. Take pressure off the wrists. Okay. Now, the next one is arguably not a core exercise, but I find it is a core exercise. This is called downward dog, okay? You guys might know this from yoga. So from here, what I like to do is, I'm in quadruped, no surprise. I'm going to take my knees, I'm going to drive them back, okay? This is called downward dog. So for downward dog, my hips are high, my knees are relatively straight. Now you can see, this downward dog I have right now, this is not yoga beautiful, okay? My back's a little rounded, my head's a little rounded. This is where most people are, okay? Don't worry about dropping your heels to the floor just yet. That's not the most important part. The most important part is your hips are high. The higher your hips, the more you stretch your hamstrings, okay? Then, if you want, you're feeling more flexible, and some people might be, you can start dropping your heels, right? And you can start getting that lower back a lot straighter, okay? So I can lift my lower back looking down, dropping the heels, big stretch. Now to get out of downward dog, I'm going to drop my hips. Good. Shake out the hands. And you guys, by now, you know the drill. Let's go ahead and run it again. So, I'm in quadruped. Here we go. Left leg out straight behind you. Right arm reaches out. This is called bird dog. We're going to hold. Nothing fancy here, folks. Just tuck, suck, and hold. Good. And back in, and we're going to switch. Right leg, left arm. Hold everything in and tight. Good. Hold and back in. Very good. So from here, we're coming into turtle, elbows onto the knees. Okay? Army crawl forward, army crawl forward, army crawl forward, army crawl forward. Bring your knees back 1/4 inch. Tuck your hips. Suck your stomach in, lifting your rib cage nice and tall. Boom. Relaxing your neck. All right, coach, you're like, hey, I don't really feel that much. Go ahead, lift your knees up, but keep your tuck, okay? But be mindful, we have another round, so don't overdo it. Okay, my core is engaged. I'm lifting my ribs. We're just going to hold. We're not going anywhere. We're hanging out. Okay? You'll see in the bonus section I included how to do a plank. You guys can watch that if you need even more details. Okay, and relax coming back. I like to just talk during plank to pass the time. All right, let's go ahead and set up the pushed-up plank. So I'm in quadruped, right? From here, I'm going to take my left leg, kick it back. I'm on my toes, right? I'm tucking, and I'm sucking and tucking, lifting the rib cage. Now from here, I kick my right leg back. I'm going to hold it. Core is engaged, lifting the ribs. You guys should feel the burn. That's the whole point. It's a very functional position. 10 seconds. 3, 2, drop the knees down, shake out the wrists, shake out the wrists. From here, go ahead, lift your knees up for downward dog. Okay, and just hold. Keep your hips really high, all right? If you're a little bit more flexible, you can start dropping the heels, arching the lower back, looking underneath the hands, dropping the chest through. Those are all really advanced cues. Just keep your hips up. Stretch it out. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Bring the knees down. Shake the hands out. You guys got it. Inhale. This is workout number 4. We're doing it. Let's go. You're like, oh my God, there's 12 workouts. Yes, we guys are going to do awesome. Okay, let's blast through these. Here we go. Quadruped, hold, left leg, right arm, engage. Boom, tucking, locking the right arm, locking left leg out, right arms out. Hold. Relaxing your neck, as always. Someone should do a counter so many times I say that in this series. Okay, back in. Boom, right leg out, kick, left arm out. Hold. Engage your core, lock the knee out. Pull the toe back. Ooh, good point. Pull the toe back. Holding, breathing. And exhale, coming back into turtle, shaking out the wrists. Okay, from here, what are we going to do? We're going to army crawl forward, army crawl forward, hold, tucking the hips underneath, right? Lifting the rib cage for plank. Okay, remember, if your elbows hurt, crush your watches, okay? Lifting the ribs, relaxing the neck. Very nice. All right, if you're feeling bold, let's go ahead and lift the knees up and hold. Okay, we're not trying to set a plank record. We're trying to have really good form. My hips are tucked, my back is flat, right? I'm here, and I'm lifting my ribs. Nice straight posture. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, knees go down. Push the hips back, child's pose. Stretch it out. Good. Coming back up into quadruped. Shaking everything out. Here we go. Left leg out. Boom. Tuck the hips. Lift the rib cage. Right leg out for push-up plank. And we're going to hold. Okay, it's going to be the last one, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Just hold, tuck, and squeeze. Boom. Push-up plank. And then let's drop down for 50 push-ups. I'm just kidding. You guys got it. Let's go. 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees go down. Shake out the wrists. Final round. Downward dog. Lifting the hips up. Relaxing your neck. Hips high, dropping heels. See, I'm kind of arching my lower back a little bit. All right, let's bring the knees down, and let's have a seat. Woohoo! Workout complete. Nice job. You guys are moving through the workouts. If you guys need to get lost, you guys got all the guides by now. You know about that. Let's keep pushing ourselves, okay? That workout's a challenge, and that's good. And we're going to keep challenging ourselves as we learn more and more new movements, okay? So with that, I'll see you in the next workout.